Okay.
I'm not racist.
All right, let me put this out here. I like all races. I'm not discriminating against anybody because there are some cool ass Caucasians, cool ass Indians, Mexicans,
All
Hispanics,
that.
whatever. But my thing is, people are so sensitive because of things that happened in the past that it's ridiculous. Okay, I'm walking down the street. If you white, I'm gonna call you a white person. I'm gonna call you a Caucasian. Whatever I see, that's the fuck I'm gonna call me. It's like you ain't gonna sit here and tell me that you ain't gonna call me a black person when you see me walking down the street.
Okay, no, but I'm saying it's a difference between calling somebody black and calling them a nigger, or calling a white person white, or calling that white person a WP. When you once you start adding WP and labeling them like a little special term, then it becomes I forgot that word I was thinking of. I'm sorry.
Racist.
Yeah, then it makes it well. Some people feel it's racist because you labeling them as something, and I
Society
know.
labels us.
Okay, society does, but still, once you start doing that, that makes people think you are racist. It ain't even about the fact that you're not. You don't want nobody labeling you as a nigger, although a nigger is an educated black person.
I'm educated. I'm in
Well,
college.
although you are educated and you are an educated black person, you still don't want nobody just calling you a nigger. Just like I'm pretty sure white people don't want you calling them a WP.
Well,
Well, at
look.
least
I
shit,
mean,
they not.
first of all, I thought the WP was a term that we came up with.
It is, but still, you.
I mean, and then technically, what was I gonna say? I
Although
had a good ass point for you, Betty. Damn it, I had a good ass point.
now you
But I
sound
lost
very
it.
uneducated. You are a
I
nigger at this
lost
point.
it. Oh yeah, like I was saying, like we call each other things. I understand it's a term inside our culture,
No,
whatever.
but I'm saying if we talking to each other, we are friends. I'm gonna address you differently than I'm gonna address
Somebody
someone
on the
that's
street
not my friend.
and on the street, I
Like
understand that.
if I'm on the street and I'm like, if I want to call somebody a white person, not just like to call them it, but as in I'm saying what they are, I will say a white person rather than Caucasian. I will not say Caucasian. I will sometimes, but I will not say Caucasian. Most of the time, I will say white. Just like if I'm talking about an African American, I'm not gonna call them an African American. I'm gonna call them a black person.
Or
Um,
Afro Americans, I say Afro. I don't know.
well, I'm not gonna say Afro either. I'm just gonna say black.
Well, look, how I see it, I say it how whatever's deemed appropriate to me coming out my mouth at the time.
But
It may offend somebody, and if it offends you, I'm sorry. If it offends you, that's all right. I mean, whatever. You gonna get offended in your lifetime. I'm sorry. Get the
okay,
fuck
but
over
here's
it.
this.
Get
Since
over
you
it.
know it's gonna offend them, why would you do it?
Because I don't get no fuck. Okay, that's rude. Let me not say it like that. It's not that I know it's gonna offend them. Just like sometimes, like you say something to anybody, it's always whenever you say something, it's a chance of it offending somebody, but not all the time. And like, I mean, it depends. Like some
That's true
indication,
because
you know how we
some
be in a
people,
dining hall and sometimes we be like, oh, we say something about these WPs or these black people or whatever. All right, it may not offend them, it may offend them. Whatever the case, if it offends them, they can say something. If they say something, I'll apologize. But if not, get the fuck over it and
yeah,
move on.
Okay, but if we talking
but also I believe that people take things differently. So the way you
right,
may say something, somebody might take it differently, and then you might say it to another person, and they be cool with it. Like when she was talking about
right.
saying WP, if you're speaking to a white person, you just say, "Hey, what's up? Did y'all see that WP over there?" They might laugh it off, but another white person be like, "What is you saying?" And then you say, "Oh, I mean, white people." They be like, "Why would you say it like that?" So I mean,
Well, it all
True.
depends on the person. It
your
all
your
depends on the
whole
person.
No.
head just took my
But I'm
face off, bro.
sorry.
It's okay.
But let me just say this for me personally. Look, I mean, I don't. How do I put this? Everybody, whether you want to believe it or not, everybody has a tad bit of something in them that I mean, it's I take that back. No, they don't. Everybody's gonna say something that somebody else gonna think is racist at one point or another, even if they didn't mean it like that. So if I'm walking down the street and I say, "Look at these motherfucking WPs," oh, of course I won't say that, but something about the WPs, whatever. It may be racist to one person and not racist to another. I mean, the bottom line is that I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say regardless. So if it offends you, I'm sorry, but if it doesn't, okay, that's cool too. Like I
Okay,
was saying about these
no.
crazy ass
No,
WPs
hold
outside
on.
my
Before we
window.
start on the crazy people outside the window, the way in which you were saying WP makes it sound very negative. Okay? Now, I'm not saying you can't use WP as a short way of saying white person. I ain't saying at all. But how you use the word or the term matters more than what term you are using. Because if you say WP and it sounds negative, somebody's gonna get very offended.
All right, and they'll be offended. I'm sorry.
Come on now, please take consideration of these. All right, man, whatever. I'm
I'm
done
sorry.
arguing.
Stop. We're talking about the crazy ass WPs outside my window.
Yeah, people tried to creep in my
Yeah.
window, knocking on my window. I don't even like my room because I got this large window that's connected to our balcony.
They be drunk. I don't know. These people over here be getting on some wild ass crazy shit. Like I really don't know what they were doing. Technically, actually, if it was a party, I wish I would. I wish I would have known because I sure would have been over there this evening since I finished my exams. Whatever the case may be, whatever. Bottom line is these crazy ass people, Caucasians, were outside my window like, baby, what the hell?
I don't know. I got bored for a slice.
Banging on
Banging on my window,
banging on the
not
window.
hers.
Whatever. My room on the other side of the house, banging
Banging
on our
on
apartment
my
window.
not hers. And
We
it sounded like
jumped.
they were trying to come into my damn
Right,
house.
like the door, the front door is like on the other side of this room. So
Right.
like I heard like they were yelling. I thought somebody banged on the window, and I heard the doorknob try to turn. But we left
Yeah.
our shit. I'm sorry, ain't no crazy ass Caucasian niggas coming in my house. I'm sorry.
And you know, I'm from Chicago. I'm paranoid when anybody trying
Me
to break
too.
in
Like
my house.
you don't do that.
I get the hell out of Dodge. You know, I ain't gonna
Exactly.
just sit there and just wait for you to get in my house first. I'm gonna attempt to hide to get the fuck out the way or something.
Because my body ain't finna be on the news. Because shit do happen in Columbia, Missouri. We saw that shit on Homecoming. Niggas was getting shot and dying. And it's all because of them motherfuckers from Lincoln University. Did they ghetto ass came
Hold
down
on, wait
here?
a minute.
We are not talking about Lincoln University. We are not.
Well, I'm
talking
sorry. I
about
have
the
a bad
school.
experience with somebody who goes to Lincoln University. And this person, well, he probably ain't gonna never see it. But yeah, I have a bad experience with that person. So I don't like his bitch ass. And
this her opinion. I want y'all to know that hers and hers alone.
he was kind of dumb, low key.
Her
I
opinion.
didn't have nothing to do with her opinion.
Yeah, that's my
I don't even know
opinion.
who
And
she's
it does
talking
not
about.
affect
Bitch, you know
Lincoln
what I'm talking about.
University or the University of Missouri.
Low key, he got like a 15 on his ACT, and I'm sorry, that's just. Well, I'm not trying to offend anybody who got a 15 on ACT, but for the school that we went to, a 15 is a 15 is unacceptable. It's very unacceptable. Shit, a 17 is unacceptable.
Yeah.
But I personally,
if you had less than a 20, it was
it was unacceptable for our school.
And even a 20, that wasn't even meeting their average.
Because you had to keep taking it over until you got like a 22.
Yeah.
So.
No, you at least had to have a 21.
Oh, well, until you got that score, you had to keep taking it over and you wouldn't graduate from our school.
Sorry.
And we went to Providence St. Mail in Chicago,
And
Illinois.
let me tell y'all, please don't send y'all kids there if y'all in Chicago. Please don't put your kids through the stress.
Actually, it's a good school, but it's a lot of hard. It's a lot to mentally wear on a person, but it is a good school.
I'm not saying no. Okay. Now I'm not gonna say it's a good school, but seeing as how the good teachers have left, I feel
Who
like
left besides Mr. Graham?
no. Before Mr. Graham, there were previous teachers like Mr. Bell Cowie and stuff who left.
Yeah, Mr. Bill Carey got fired, but he didn't get fired. That other dude got fired because he gave the students the answers to the ACT for a practice test. So
and
he got let
that
go.
old dude who taught calculus and whatnot with Mr.
Mr. Finger, he retired. His son teaches there now. His son's a little off, low key. He don't know what he's doing.
But I'm saying,
and then Baby Egan.
To me,
y'all just talking about y'all school. Y'all just got. Oh,
hey,
I'm sorry.
Hold on. To me, all the good teachers left. So they kind of sort of went down in the quality of their education because to me, this is my opinion, I believe that school is more concerned with the financial benefits of its students rather than the quality education that their students are actually getting. And I feel as though that they're too concerned with that and it's blocking their students from doing what they need to do to get a better education.
What I will say is that they have a good math program.
Yes.
Compared to when I got to college, looking around these motherfuckers, we had a hella good math program.
And
Science,
we actually have a good
so
reading
much,
program too. The reading and math is up there. And we actually have a decent science teacher. Well, biology teacher.
Because our chemistry teacher was fucking off. I'm sorry. He was a little off. He was crazy.
One of the good chemistry teachers just left. And he was also a raw physics teacher. He just left there. So I feel like these kids now are just going
disadvantaged. They're disadvantaged.
Yeah, they very disadvantaged in like the chances and the things we had. They don't have. And then I also feel like what hinders the educational value from this school is the fact that they have too many rules. I'm not saying that rules aren't important. I was fine with the rules they had established during my freshman year. Those were good rules, and that was a good enough foundation to keep the students in line.
Running.
But because the school tried so hard to take away from any personal
Like,
individuality,
right. They wanted everybody to be the exact same.
yes,
Exactly. Like, you
and it's not
couldn't.
gonna happen.
They have restrictions on like what jewelry you can wear, your
And
what nails you can have, how your hair is. You couldn't have your unique style of hair. If it's,
right.
it was just
And the
crazy.
fact that they take away so much from a person's individuality, that really takes away from the quality of education, because kids tend not to want to learn or do anything if they have too much taken away from them. If they're not motivated in some way, they're not going to want to continue learning or
Low
attempting
key,
to
the only
learn.
reason why I continue to go to school every day was to see my friends. Fuck
Right.
everything else.
Honestly. And then also the thing is that to me, the school uses their students to uphold their name. So to me, if the students don't reach a certain status quo,
They kick
they
your
get
ass
kicked
out.
out.
Right, they kick you
They
out.
kick out, and then here's how this is my opinion. I want y'all to know that this is my opinion.
Probably my opinion too, but who knows?
This is how the school keeps up their little name or whatever and their statuses. Is because they kick out all the kids who have bad grades.
They
Any
do.
kids who look like they're gonna cause problems with them
They
and
give them a
their
hard time.
legacy. I'm gonna quote that. And their legacy, they're gonna kick them out. They most likely are not going to keep them unless they have a very high grade level and a very high ACT and is in some way benefiting the students. Also,
Basically, the school don't do nothing with the students if it doesn't benefit itself.
right. It's all based on the school and how the school is benefiting. And they also spend a lot of unnecessary money to do things to the school, like buy flat screen TVs.
What the fuck do we need a fucking flat screen TV
I'm sorry,
for?
honestly.
No,
I understand
baby,
them updating
no.
the TV,
No.
updating to digital TVs inside the main office. They only needed one so that the office people can monitor the hallways and whatnot.
Oh yeah, they treat us like fucking criminals. It's a kiddie prison. There's not one place in a school where a camera cannot see you at all times of the day,
Right.
except for in the bathroom. But they do have cameras going that's showing you walking in and out of the bathroom, and they have monitors when you walk in, like
That's
sensors.
worse than ours was.
It's a kiddie prison. You can't leave. There's no possible way you can
Yeah, there's no ditching. If you ditch your class, honey, but
you're out. You're out.
gonna get caught, and you're not necessarily out depending on how your record is. If you ditch your class, you're gonna have Saturday detentions.
I
Please
never
know
had a
that.
Saturday. I wasn't actually model student, but
Oh.
I ain't never got no damn Saturdays.
I'm
Crystal
also-
liked me, all right.
I'ma also tell y'all how unfair this school is, because when they have a rule book or whatever
They
that
don't go
sets
by
the
the rule
rules
book.
about discipline and whatnot, but they don't go by that because
It all depends on whether or not Crystal Ward likes you.
and I had a referral, and inside the handbook it says that during your first referral you get
Three
regular
detentions.
detentions, 3 regular after school detentions. But during my first referral, I did not get regular detentions. They skipped and went straight to Saturday detentions, which was like, what? I didn't even do
Right.
nothing worse than me getting Saturday detentions.
It's
I don't
all about whether or not the dean likes you.
Right. And to me, the dean has too much power. Because
Actually, the dean she doesn't have to know you. How she went by is the way you look, honestly. If you look ghetto and if you look like you
if you look like you're a bad seed, she gonna treat
Right.
you like that. If
Right.
you act like you
and low
have
key,
too,
I don't think it was how you acted. I think it was the way you talk. Not saying there's anything wrong with how you talk,
it is. No,
but
honestly,
I mean,
Crystal, I really don't give 3 flying fucks about Crystal. Honestly, this is my opinion.
oh yeah,
Oh,
this
yeah.
video should be popping the same mail in Chicago, Illinois. You know what? We got a lot to say about this
Right,
topic.
we got a
Next
part 2
video,
to this.
please.
Part
Part 2.